Hey everyone, this is Dr. Medicine RX, and in today's video we'll be discussing about the pathogenesis and course of syphilis. The incubation period for syphilis has a wide range and it is between 9 to 90 days, and the cause for this range is because it depends on the size of the inoculum. So larger the size of the inoculum, shorter is going to be the incubation period. The average incubation period, however, for syphilis is 3 weeks, which indicates that the average inoculum size is 500 to 1000 organisms. And the way syphilis is acquired is usually by intercourse with an infected individual, or rarely it can also be because of blood transfusion, puncture wounds, as well as congenital transmission from an infected mother to the infant. So trauma during this sexual intercourse also reduces the incubation period. Coming to the pathogenesis, so following the inoculation of the organism on denuded mucosa during unprotected intercourse, there is going to be attachment of the organism to the host cell, and this is followed by the multiplication. And following 9 to 90 days, which is the incubation period, there is going to be end arthritis obliterans, which is the basic histopathological reason for primary chancre to appear. Basically, what happens in end arthritis obliterans is that there is going to be chronic inflammation leading to intermittent thickening and thereby luminal occlusion. So following the appearance of the primary chancre, it heals within 3 to 8 weeks, and the organism later enters into the local draining lymph nodes. From here, there is going to be a widespread dissemination of the organism, and this is followed by inflammation and angiogenesis which occur around the organism. So all this happens within 2 to 12 weeks following the healing of primary chancre. This leads to the occurrence of secondary syphilis. So again, secondary syphilis, it heals within three months, and from here we can have two outcomes. One outcome is that the disease enters into a period of latency, and this latent period is again divided into early and late latent period. Early latent period is within the 2 years of infection where there are no active lesions, whereas late latent period is after more than 2 years of infection. Again, in late latent period, the patients again have two outcomes. One outcome is that more than 2/3 of patients, they remit or they stay latent without any symptoms, whereas about 1/3 of patients go on and develop tertiary syphilis, cardiovascular syphilis, which is seen within 10 to 40 years after infection, or neurosyphilis, which is seen within 3 to 35 years after infection. And some of the patients who have poor immunity and poor immune response, they can show recurrence of primary chancre and secondary syphilitic lesions. Coming to causes for the survival of the organism, it is because of the rapid dissemination of the organism, as a result of which it lodges in various anatomic sites and therefore it escapes the host immune system. And in primary syphilis, a predominant Th1 response is seen, whereas in secondary syphilis, a predominant Th2 response is seen. Coming to serology, serological tests, they become positive within 5 to 6 weeks after infection, or 2 to 3 weeks after primary chancre, because the average incubation period is 3 weeks. And following this, the reagent tests, they also remain positive in about 80% of the patients. There is another entity called as syphilis D-Emily, where we do not see any primary syphilitic stage, and the patient, they directly present with features of secondary syphilis. This happens when the treponemes are deeply inoculated in cases that have gone blood transfusion, or in cases of puncture wound. Thank you. Subscribe for more.